Hey, what is up, folks? Welcome back to Fish Meat for Dinner. Today we're doing something different. I get caught up on smallmouth a lot. Today we're going for largemouth. So really what I'm looking for here, I got my graph. We'll show you a little bit kind of structure I'm going to be fishing, what I'm looking for, and then why these fish are positioned here, because I could catch them all day, but that ain't going to help you folks try to catch some too. So let's get into her and we'll show you what we're doing. What I kind of look for is any structure on the lake. You can see here we got a crib, and then basically off that crib comes a rock pile about right here, and this is all weeds, but by them rocks there's no weeds. You can get real specific with it by finding weed edges and stuff like that. We'll probably do that later on in the day, and I can show you how to use my side imaging to do that. Let's get into her and start making some casts, see if we can't get some. So we're also going to be trying something new today. I've never really messed with it, but we're going to try the perspective mode on the live scope. Usually works good in weedy and shallow areas because you're able to kind of pinpoint the fish, see what kind of cover is around you because you're getting that wider beam. So we're going to see if it helps us today. This mode, basically what it's doing, it's looking out like this. Like you have your Humbird 360 and that gets a perfect 360, but it's not live, it's a scan. Where this is totally live in front of us. You can see all the weeds up in there. Every once in a while, like right there, you'll be able to see some stuff moving. Those are probably bait fish. But this will help us, you know, you see some bait fish out in front. You see some other stuff, you can make those casts right to them. As you know, the heading of the trolling motor is there. So if you got fish over there, cast that way. Alright, so today we're going to start with a swim jig. I'm running an all white one. We do have stained water today. So I got a white one with Rage Craw 3-inch on that sucker, all white. So it'll just kind of pick up better through the stained water, all the fry, all the perch and stuff. It'll stand out nicely in the stained water. So we're going to give her a couple tosses here. I'm throwing on like a 7-foot rod with 15-pound fluorocarbon. That way I can rip those fish up through those weeds without having to worry about breaking off. Alright, so I got a quick little swim jig tip here for you. I learned this from a guide that I had down in Sam Rayburn. What you want to do is you want to cast out. As soon as it hits the water, keep your rod tip up and start reeling at your standard retrieve, you know. If you got a 6 to 6 gear ratio, it helps because it keeps you from reeling it too fast. But once it starts to get closer to the boat, really drop that rod tip. What that's going to do is it's going to keep that bait right in a steady line of depth. You don't want it going up and down, getting hung up in the weeds. The fish just want it at a steady pace and they'll come and smack it. Alright, so we got her in perspective mode here. You can see this is the corner of that brick area. And we got a rock pile off here to the right. If you look here, this is a rock pile that extends out. There's actually some fish like up in there on that edge. You can see them kind of sitting there, right there. And then there's a fish there too. You see him swimming? You can see his tail. That's probably a pike. Yep, he just turned. So there's definitely fish around. Right where my finger is, you can see that one turned, went that way. There he is moving again. It's pretty neat what you can see on here. There's another fish over here too moving. Oh, good one. Real good one. That's what I'm talking about. We just switched up. First cast. Get him in the boat. Woo! Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, boys. Look at that one. That's a good healthy fish right there. Smack that sucker. Let's go. That's what we're looking for out here. Nice healthy largemouth. Look at that bad boy. Yeah. Nice one. Cool beans. Alright, I'll let him go. Woo! He's fired up. Now I'm fired up, folks. Heck yeah. Alright, I'll show you what we're doing here. So, we switched up. We talked about it a little bit. But what I got here is I got about 20-pound braid to a fluorocarbon leader. That's about 3 foot a leader. It's about, I think I got 12-pound fluorocarbon on it. Nothing super crazy. But then I got a 3/16 tungsten weight here. Bullet weight. And then I got a little sinker stop. Keep that real nice and compact. Then I got about a 3/0 straight shank hook. And then I got this little beaver bait on here. I'm text posing it so that it's weedless. And what I do is I just kind of bomb cast it out there, and then I just almost yo-yo it, just up and down, up and down. And that fish actually grabbed right onto it, started swimming off to the side. I knew I had a fish instantly. So you don't have to set the hook super hard, but you do want to get it through that plastic. So let's get back after it. There we go, a little smallie. Caught him on a tube here. Green pumpkin with purple flake on it. Not too bad. Get him back, see if we get some more. I'll try to explain to you here what we're doing now. So I'm not even really using the electronics. What I'm doing is I'm going up to these bridge pilings and tossing this up in there. It's about 7 feet deep and there's a lot of rock and stuff. So just bumping it off those rocks real nice and slow, and just come up and whack it. It's a good one. Right there on that tube again. Nice. That's how you do her. Get that guy back in the water. I got the live scope in perspective view, but I'm really not seeing many fish on it. I think it's just because there's a lot of current in the area, so there's all these chunks of weeds and stuff floating down that it's kind of hard to decipher what's a fish and what isn't. So really what I'm doing is, you can see we got these pilings back here. What happens is the fish will kind of hold behind the pilings because they can get out of the current. It's easier for them. They can ambush stuff that's coming down with the current. So really what I'm doing is I'm pitching this up in there, kind of imitating, you know, whether it be a perch if I'm working it fast, or a crawfish skeeting on the bottom. And they're just coming up and grabbing it. The water temperature is 71, so a lot of those fish are, you know, obviously post-spawn, and they're kind of putting on the feed bag over the summer, so their metabolism is high, and they're wanting to bite. All about the same size. Quick release. Oh, they're all about the same size, really. Real quick though, I kind of want to explain where I've been. So, obviously I haven't posted in a while. What I've been doing is actually work for Larry Smith Outdoors now. So, I film, edit, and do all of his social media for his show. He's on a couple different networks on TV. So pretty much the dream job. However, you know, I'm just not super motivated to do my own stuff because that's what I do every day. It is good though, because I think it'll add some, you know, value to the channel as we go forward, making everything look more professional, and focusing more on, you know, spreading my knowledge to you guys instead of just catching fish, explain why I'm doing what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, so that way when you guys go out on the lake, you can replicate it or use that knowledge to benefit you while you're out here. That's all everybody wants to do, is learn and catch more fish. So pretty much explained everything. Really what I'm running here for this setup, I've been catching fish on now. I got a 7.2 medium light, fast tip on it. I got about a 2500 size reel with 12-pound super braid. I like the high vis because you can see where your line's going, especially when you're doing what we're doing and you want to see where your casts are ending up, getting close to them pillars. And then I run a either 8 or 10-pound fluorocarbon leader here. Just has a little bit more abrasion resistance and kind of keeps it more invisible from the fish. You don't want to go too crazy with it because then you lose a lot of that bobbing action with your bait. But pretty simple. You don't need a real fancy rod. It's fun to get out here and do this type of stuff. Let me get my old grandpa ass up and catch some more fish. Another good one. Oh, he got a black dot on his head. Check that out. Oh, poked me in my finger. Not very nice. Check that out. Got a black dot on his head. It's a pigmentation. It's all genetics. I see that a lot in largemouth too. There you go. Another decent smallie. Actually got a battle wound on the tail there. Been through some stuff. Oh, another nice fish. Let him go. Name of the game. Hey, buddy. There you go. It's the nice thing about tubes too. You just check your leader, make sure it's not frayed. She's ready to rock and roll. Give her another try. Oh, I just buked up 2 shad. They're bluegills. That is a good one. That is a really good one. Watch this. Little trick. Boom. Come right out. Look at that one. That's a good healthy fish right there. Nice one. Probably the biggest one all day. Besides that largemouth. Heck yeah. Yippee-yi-yi! Nice. Love that stuff. Let that one be the end of the day right there. We've had a lot of fun out here. Hopefully you guys learned something. As always, hope you guys are doing good. and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace to you.